Kings came down here to win championships. Not one, championships.
Not two.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. Hey, and when I say that, and when I say that, I really believe it.
Let's get this thing going, bro.
What's going on, boss?
Hey, free agency wild, isn't it?
Wow.
It's wild.
It's a movie. Is it a movie?
It's something like a highly anticipated summer film that's better than you ever thought.
Exactly. So let's brief everyone who was under a rock for the last 10 years. But
Not even last 10 years, for the last 2.5 days.
well, I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Introduction.
Okay.
So on this week today, because LeBron did a little bit harder. He waited till the last day of free agency, the 11th hour of free agency. He shocked the sports world by announcing on ESPN Sports that he was moving and taking his talents to
South Beach.
And it would be called the
Decision.
Oh man, he would be leaving Cleveland Cavaliers, taking his talents to South Beach to set up a firestorm of criticism.
And it would forever change free agency the way that we see
Exactly.
it today, forever.
And you remember that the fans tore down LeBron James. They were
Bust down.
It was kind of like a challenge. You remember, the challenges.
Yeah,
the all the challenges.
Yeah,
that they're out there.
you know how long it takes you to make $150 and you light it on fire when you put the flame on the jersey.
Yeah.
And get it on camera kind of thing. I don't know.
And then he
It's
came
not
back
funny. It's not right
with the same number.
Right. And I led y'all to a championship. Then I threw up the deuces again.
And then came back to LA.
All right.
So that brings us to
But
something
that
else.
was then. Fast forward. This is now.
Oh, he's my dog. Now.
Oh boy. He's in La La Land and it's looking oh so lovely. All the sunshine, the birds chirping.
It's
The
amazing.
weather's nice over there on the West Coast.
All the kiwis growing.
Fruitful in nature over there from what I hear. just saying. So let's get into it, man.
You teased them though. We ain't even talking about that yet.
Not yet. We will get to that. And if there's any live breaking news,
Oh yeah, we staying on.
We will get to it,
staying.
alright?
We got the apps on deck. We got 3 apps, both moving, notifications on.
working.
For your behind.
Working.
So we got you.
Working.
Please believe we got you.
We're
Please believe
good.
We got you.
So first thing, let's get to it. Sunday was the start of free agency.
Exactly.
Monumental move happened, or excuse me, the league as we saw it just a week ago has been drastically changed. Would you say so, my friend? So,
Exactly.
So first one out the way.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new pair, a new duo that's out on the East Coast.
Yes, sir.
Kevin Durant
Yes, sir.
has left the Golden State Warriors,
What's going on, TP?
and Uncle Drew Kyrie Irving is joining him in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
They're on the Nets. Not the Knicks as anticipated, but we will get to them next or later. So first impression. What do you think about this pairing? Kevin Durant. So I have a few questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
First thing.
Mm-hmm.
Will it work?
Well, actually, I feel like this is the perfect scenario for Kyrie.
Okay.
Because he gets his best friend with him, obviously. You know, the 2 max slots. You know,
2 max
his
slots.
best friend, as well as his best friend is hurt. So therefore, he can do the before and after thing. So that benefits Kevin
Right.
because you can see, let's see what Kyrie does. And then before and after. You know what I mean? The fat guy and the skinny guy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And they're matched up right side by side because it's concurrent years. Or maybe it might be, let you tell it might be the 3rd year.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I think that this is going to be great for Kyrie because Kyrie gets to own his own team for a little while, hopefully. Hopefully. If Gordon Hayward ain't over there, don't come over there.
So, if I'm reading you right, you seem to think that this is going to work out well.
It's going to work out well, but not as well. And Manny, I got to let you know, if you're watching, don't get me wrong. I personally am not crowning them the champs. You'll see later on in my power rankings that I'm not crowning them the champs at all, especially not this year. So I feel you on that all the way. I concur, sir. But yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I have another question about this Nets pairing.
Mm-hmm.
We've kind of seen the star point guard, and we've seen Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
What's to make him think that this isn't Westbrook 2.0 with Durant and Uncle Drew?
Well, this is when I go ahead and I'm disappointed in what you said. Because our friendship doesn't mean much if you think that. Because I think they're just friends. So friends don't do friends like that. Even on the court. You gonna pass me the ball even if I'm off, right? You ain't gonna pass me the ball a couple times. So if I'm off, you ain't gonna pass me the ball a couple more times.
Hold on, hold.
If I sit you down, I'd be like, Ryan, can I get the ball once?
Hold on now.
I'm gonna drive in. I promise you I won't shoot. I know what's off.
You say that they're friends, they're boys.
Yeah.
I remember a certain MVP speech where someone didn't say they were friends. He said that they were brothers.
Thank you. Okay, all right.
So
well, I look at you as a brother, so
I would think that that's deeper than
basketball.
family. I would think that's deeper. I think family is deeper than friendship.
So
he threw up the deuces on Westbrook. So I don't understand why now.
Okay.
No.
Right,
They played together. They were cool. They reached the pinnacle. They got to the finals versus King James and lost.
And he left when they were right there. He almost got it.
I'm saying, why would this be any different? I guess is what I'm thinking.
Because
they're friends. Because this is where they want to be.
No, because I mean you gotta understand. Like they're saying that they're brothers because of the basketball thing. He wants to look like a team player. He wants to look like he gelled with somebody during his 8 years with OKC. Mm-hmm. He wanted to say that he actually solidified a friendship. Okay. So therefore, he's like, hey, that's my brother. We cool. I'm not, no matter what the case was, he's going to say that that's his brother or they're cool or something to that effect. It's not, that's how I believe. Right. So I feel like now this is genuine. Like you saw, I ain't gonna do that no more, I promise. Yeah. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so you saw that. You saw everything. You saw AU, like you didn't see it, but you know what I mean?
You seem highly optimistic on this parent. So let me ask you this. There's high expectations because this has been in the works for a while. Some people would argue that Kevin Durant is the best player in the world. Mm-hmm. He's probably going to be out. He has a torn Achilles, maybe out for at least this season. Probably come out the following season. Yeah. Do you think during their tenure together will they win at least one championship?
Man. I'm going to say no.
Why is it that you say no? And then I'll give you my answer.
Because they need another piece.
They got another piece. They brought along their best friend, DeAndre Jordan. They get homie. Hey, that's called the homie hookup. That's not. I need one of those.
That's really not a true big three.
It's not a big three. It's not a big three.
So they need another piece.
Just because
facts remain.
Just because someone was good 5 years ago.
Exactly.
Well, kind of good, depending on what you thought about it. He can run and jump, I guess.
Exactly. He's athletic. Yeah, he's athletic and big.
Athletic and big.
Yeah. So honestly, they need another piece because DeAndre's not the third wheel. I mean, he's the third wheel, but he's not the third cog in a championship.
Right.
Put it that way.
Absolutely.
That's just what it is.
Absolutely. But next. So as part of the Kevin Durant trade, it actually ended up being not just a free agent signing. Uh-huh. The Warriors actually shocked me. There's a certain player that I was hoping that the Lakers would go after. Turns out he's on the Warriors. He was signed a trade for one D'Angelo Russell. It is. Got traded essentially, signing trade for Kevin Durant. Another attribute to Magic. Shout out to him losing the game. But it cost the Warriors a lot though. Yeah. It cost them 2 first-round picks, and they lost that Finals MVP, Iggy.
Exactly.
So, let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Do you think Russell's in it for the Warriors for the long haul, or just sort of, let's say, face a little bit, we're moving to a new arena, let's not lose Kevin Durant for nothing, let's bring in a pseudo all-star, or do you think he's just a trade chip possibly? Or do you think he's in it for it?
Well, in my opinion, he should. And he's an awesome trade asset because I think that they can get a lot for him. But, however, I think that if they wanted him to be player for long term, I think they're gonna go ahead and put him out there, and stuff's gonna hit the fan, and he's gonna go back to being D'Angelo, and he doesn't fit with that beautiful ball that you were speaking to me earlier. You know what I mean?
Why is it
that beautiful ball?
Why is it that you say and it's interesting that people say that he doesn't fit with that brand of ball to me, because honestly speaking, only one team in the NBA plays like the Warriors.
You're right.
There's no other team looks anything like. The only team that sort of looks like them if you squint is like the Spurs on occasion. But like if you replace Curry with like DeMar DeRozan and like Clay with like torn Achilles, Rudy Gay, I guess.
Lord.
Like it kind of looks like that, and like throw the ball into the post like LaMarcus Aldridge. Mm-hmm. But like no one plays like them, so to me it's unfair to say someone doesn't fit in, because remember Kevin Durant didn't look like he would fit, but you put him in there.
But I never said that he would not fit, because he goes ahead and he lived with Russell Westbrook, the most ball dominant player since sliced bread. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is he adjusted. He's a chameleon. So I figured that he would fit in. Like I don't know. Like,
well, why is it Russell can't? Why can't Russell fit in? He's only been playing for four seasons though.
I just don't see. I mean, he's got the highest usage rate last year in the league. Well, the highest, not up there, the undisputed highest usage rate in the league.
Well, it was it's third.
Okay. Top 3?
Because Harden be cooking.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Dribble, step back.
Exactly.
Hold on, let's not put him on. But
yeah, true.
Keep in mind the situation.
Let's win every game 130.
Right.
So,
but let's keep in mind the situation though. You're on a team where one of your best players, Karis LeVert, got hurt. Mm. So naturally we have to up the usage. Same way Chris Paul got hurt. Exactly. So James Harden had to up his usage. You know what I mean?
True.
But so to speak, I personally think they got him because Clay's out and they need a guard to fill in for the season. Mm-hmm. I do end up thinking he's not there for the long term, because I just don't think that they envisioned him as part of their team. They just didn't want to lose Kevin Durant for nothing, which I can't fault them for that, because I remember my team, OKC, we lost him for nothing.
Speaking of losing people for nothing,
yeah.
Jordan.
All right, okay, so we gonna go there.
We gonna skip to Jordan, man.
All right, so tell me, let me ask you the question.
Yeah, man.
So let me inform the viewers. Kemba Walker left Charlotte after qualifying for the Supermax.
Exactly.
5 years, $221 million was the max he could have got. Mm-hmm. It's reported Jordan, you know Jordan, right?
Yeah.
Who most people call the GOAT.
Exactly.
Who he has a brand. I don't know if you heard of it, called Jordan Brand.
Exactly.
He makes sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just as we speak, I imagine he makes $1,000 every time.
Of course.
So
you got some Jordans in your closet?
So I got a closet full of Jordans.
I got some Jordans in my closet.
You got some Jordans. Jalen probably got Jordan.
Jalen got.
Has Jalen ever seen Jordan play? He ever seen? But he got Jordans in the closet though. All right, exactly.
But to be real with you,
but
he hurt me. But he said, "Daddy," I mean, he didn't hurt me because LeBron's a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Daddy, I want some LeBron."
And imagine that he ain't even played in 18 years.
Exactly.
Jordan still. Anyways, that's a little. But the point I'm getting at is he makes a lot of money.
Exactly. And he saves a lot of money.
But the report is. He offered Kemba 5 years for $160. Mm-hmm. So 61 less than what I could have offered, bro.
Exactly.
Short change. Yeah. So Kemba left to Boston after Kai left Cleveland. So let me ask you, what is Charlotte doing, man?
Well,
what is Jordan doing? That's what it boils down to.
There you go.
What is Jordan doing?
I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed in Jordan that I can't put it into words, because I'm right from Charleston, South Carolina, not too far from Charlotte. So I've been to a couple of Charlotte games.
Me too.
And wouldn't you know, I've only been through about 2 or 3 entrances, onto the arena. Mm. 2 or 3 entrances had big. I'm talking about probably 30 feet posters of Kemba Walker. Like they push Kemba Walker. The montage in the beginning of the montage is Kemba Walker. By the popcorn is Kemba Walker. Like they just push him hard because that's all they had.
Right.
They ain't got nothing.
Actually, they do have something though.
What, man?
They got Terry Rozier. 3 years, $58 million. That's like the most Jordan move ever because he didn't want to pay Kimba, but he'll pay the backup to Kyrie Irving $20 million a year. I don't.
Wow, you made him look real dumb.
I didn't even realize that. I'm trying to understand as to why it seems like he would have gotten like a cheap point guard option if you didn't want to pay somebody, but you got Terry Rozier.
All right, let's take a break now. We got to shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to everybody watching, man. Shout out to everybody watching. Go ahead, alternate.
Shout out. Where are we at?
Shout out to Callum and James. What's going on? Sparkles. Oh, what's going on? That's cousins. No, you've only got one T. You still cousin.
Is that a cousin?
No,
is that the family?
only one T.
Oh,
we two T's, but hey,
okay.
we still family.
Okay.
All right, and then shout out to Miss Allison. Hello. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Mike. Yeah, Mike. I ain't never called him Mike a day in his life.
Right.
All right,
Big Mike in the wood. Big Mike in the wood. Big Mike in the college. Shout out to Latuan, Lisa.
Oh, that's
Andrew,
Lisa.
Kimberly, Nathan, Bruce, Chantel.
I call him Bruce all the time now.
Chanel. All right.
And then as well, what we have to do is we have to shout out to our sponsors because we do have sponsors. But they don't need us anymore.
Shout out to
because they're all over the radio now.
Seagram's Gin because they're paying me. I'm drinking for you. Shout out to Cheftown Bar and Grill,
2467 Savannah Highway. I did it. I always just be like you.
Okay.
It's 2467 Savannah Highway. Nice little old school type of party. We're gonna love the vibe, and we'll just be there sometime.
All right.
We love it. We endorse it. But we got a party this Friday too. Get there early. Happy hour starts at 4 o'clock. I'll let y'all know. But anyway, let's get back to the business. So we were talking about Jordan cheap behind. So
we're talking about Charlotte. I think we're done with them. We're over them.
Yeah.
Charlotte has a brand new star, Terry Rozier. He's on the come up. Y'all watch out for him.
Can we change the subject?
Anyway, so transition back to Celtics. So
yes.
They got Kemba.
Yeah.
But they lost a lot of talent, man.
Yes, sir.
They were one Danny Ainge, their GM. A lot of people just praised him and lauded him, saying he's this great GM, got all these assets and got all these chips, and he never cashed in, man. He had an opportunity to get Paul George, didn't do it. Jimmy Butler, didn't do it. Kawhi, didn't do it. Anthony Davis, didn't do it.
Everybody had a chance to get Kawhi.
Everybody didn't have a chance to get Kawhi. Everybody. Well, I'm talking about him with his treasure chest of all these assets and coins that everyone says.
Well, I'm talking about when he first got to you. That's what I'm saying.
But so that being said, instead of one of those stars, what they ended up with was losing Kyrie Irving, Al Horford, Marcus Morris, and Terry Rozier. But they kept broke leg, stanky leg, Gordon Hayward. Though.
You know they were going to. Did you think that they were going to trade Gordon Hayward?
No.
Did you really think so?
That's
like Cam's Kelvin Benjamin.
That's like the coach's son. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Although Doc Rivers did trade his son though, like at some point he's like, bro, I can't have Austin. Yo. So that being said, let me ask you a question. Did Celtics overplay their hand? Like they got all these chips that have now expired, and they never cashed in. They lost. It seems like I'm not sure what's going on. They lost more than what they gained.
Well, do I have them in my top 5? in my power rankings, yes.
Top.
Do I think that they're going to go to any variation of the conference finals? No.
Mm-hmm.
But
So I guess the question I need to get to first:
mhm.
will the Celtics with Kemba Walker this season be better than last season with Kyrie Irving? And by better, I don't necessarily mean go further in the playoffs, but I mean overall when you watch them, record, feel, chemistry, overall, like will they just be better? I guess what never down to the record. Will they be better?
Well, I'm gonna talk around what you said,
Okay.
because I feel like the cohesion. Kemba Walker just seems like a great guy. I don't know him, but from what I've seen in the media, he just seems like a great guy. As well as I've been to about 3 Charlotte games, and I paid close attention to him because that's the only thing smoking.
Right.
And he seems like a great guy.
Other than Jordan with the cigar.
No, of course I'm paying attention to Jordan.
Okay.
Two times Jordan wasn't there, but one time Jordan was there.
Right.
So, but I'm always paying attention to Jordan, of course. But however, I pay close attention to Kemba, and his interaction with the team are it's so buddy and so great, and it doesn't seem fake at all. So with that being said, Kyrie, Kemba, the cohesion is going to be fabulous through the roof, and a lot of times cohesion is what makes or breaks teams. That's what pushes teams over the edge. A lot of times, you know what I mean?
I think that overall the Celtics are going to be worse next season. But I think
what seed were they last year?
They were 4 seed and the Pacers were 5 seed.
Okay.
But that was with Victor was hurt the last half of the season, but they were still 5 seed up to the last week. But the reason why I think they're gonna be a little worse, I still think underplayed, under-talked about. They blamed Kyrie. I don't think Kyrie was the issue. The thing about it is, you can ball hog and dribble and do whatever and say what you want, but Kyrie is good at basketball though. But at the end of the day, you shooting all these shots that I wish I took, but like you're good at basketball. Exactly. The issue is Gordon Hayward, man. Like that's where the issue lies.
Most definitely.
And he's still on the team. Coach Stevens is still coaching the team. Brown's still on the team. Tatum's still on the team. I think like that's where the issues come from. So to me, the issue's gonna come in where if Gordon Hayward from the outset does not prove to be better, like not on a Tuesday night he's good, on a Thursday night he's not good. He has to be all-star Gordon Hayward, that max contract guy they signed him to be. If he is, which I have my doubts because I wasn't that high on him with the Jazz or whatever.
Exactly.
But I would just go with Tatum and Brown. So I don't know. And they lost Horford, which is hard to replace as well. So
yes, most definitely.
I don't know. So,
but let me go. So you're talking about teams improving in the East. So I want to go 76ers.
Ooh, okay.
So they've kept the squad together, mostly re-signings. So what do you think about them this year?
What they did, they essentially signed and traded Jimmy Butler to the Heat for Josh Richardson.
Yeah.
And then with the cap room that they saved by that trade, they were able to sign Joel Embiid's number one nemesis, Al Horford. I like Al Horford, but not for that max contract. And he keeps getting max contracts. He's a great player, but
not that great.
Well, bro, he keeps getting max. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. He's on the team, and I guess when I look at it at the end of the day, he's on the team. I gotta tell you, man, it's an awkward fit, man. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like Al Horford can dribble and pass. You can run the offense through him. But Joel Embiid is already that guy with like the top of the key dribble handoff kind of thing. But Ben Simmons is your 6'10" point guard who can't shoot, man. Like I see 3 guys 6'10", 7 feet tall on the court that play the same area that can't. It can all be different. Ben Simmons has to shoot. Notice I said that he doesn't have to be a good shooter.
Exactly.
But 5 feet of room, jacket. Like just jacket. You gotta start jacking up shots.
And that's the key. The bad thing about it's a point guard. It's not a point guard that can't shoot.
It's a point guard that won't shoot. That's the bad thing. Like, that doesn't
awkward.
space the floor at all. Because hey, we're on a beat. You the big man, and I'm the point guard. And I'm like this. Hey, I got my hand in him. I got your hand in Joel Embiid's pockets because I know that you're not gonna shoot. You're not gonna shoot unless you drive in. I'm good.
Right.
I'm good.
Sagging off.
I'm good.
So, but most importantly, I mean,
So do you think better or worse?
than last year,
Yeah.
are we counting? So overall, last year they were a bounce within going to overtime in Game 7.
Yeah.
Beat the Flame. I got worse.
Worse?
But they
see,
were
the
the
thing about this,
second. They're worse,
Mhm.
but they're like the second seed last year, and I still have them as the second seed.
But the thing about it
So-
is you're forgetting.
What's that?
The main thing,
Or the main thing that I think about when I think about Achilles heel of 76ers are Ben Simmons' Ben Simmons' will to shoot the ball from outside, and as well Joel Embiid's temperament or flu or whatever. So what they did is they got a big man, so they can go ahead and let Joel Embiid relax and bring in Hal Horford and still be straight. So that's the thing that.
And I understand that, but at the end of the day, there's two things that comes to mind when it comes to 76ers.
Mhm.
Number one, I think it's a clunky fit. I still think, and Al Horford's played center 95% of his career, really.
Mhm.
So now you got them both on the court during the same time, basically. And as I said, Simmons really doesn't like shooting the ball.
Yeah.
So if he's improved a little bit, which
Mhm.
I don't know because I'm skeptical, because he actually shot the ball closer this season than previous season.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Second thing is, watching him play a lot last year, JJ Redick it was strange how important he was to their offense, being he's their fifth best player, but he was very important to their team though. It was very strange to watch your fifth best player be that important. In crunch time, they're running screens for JJ to get open and dribble handoff screens, rush screens for him late in games, and I'm like, he's very important to what they do to be like the fifth guy. Like, that's just strange. You didn't see crunch time Shaq and Kobe. Oh, Rick Fox has to get open. You know what I mean? Like, it's very strange for your fifth guy to be that important that late in crunch time.
That's true.
But
that's true.
I could be wrong, but that's them. So let me ask you: Do you think they're better or worse than last season?
I think they're better just because of that point I said earlier.
Where
like,
you can have the two-headed monster at center.
Exactly. Like you can either play them both together and play big, or you can go ahead and sit Embiid because he's because you know the thing about it is like I go back to this a lot, but the thing I always go back to is when you called me, you was like, "Yo, look at Bleacher Report, man. Look at Bleacher Report," and I was like, "Refresh." And it said that Joel Embiid reported, like, you know, one of those guys that report. And there's like the report says that Joel Embiid called his coach today to tell him that he couldn't show up on Game 6. But Game 6 was 48 hours later. So how do you know that you're going to be sick in 2 days? Like, I've gotten up in the morning and I've said, man, I ain't going to work for these next couple days. But I wouldn't say that to them. I wouldn't say that to them. You know what I mean?
Intolerant, and I'm drinking this milk now. So I know I'm not going to be good on Friday, dog. I know I'm not going to be good.
So with that being said, that two-headed monster thing, it works out great. And you can sit them. You can play them both together. You can dance. You can do the... I like it. I love that.
Let me
move.
ask
That's
you
an ingenious move in my opinion.
one last question, and then we'll go on to the next topic. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Will Ben Simmons come back with any semblance of a jump shot?
Yeah, because our opinion is not.
Wait.
It's widespread. It's not like
You said, but it was the same. But I'm telling you, I was the biggest Ben Simmons fan.
Mm-hmm.
I was not. The most disappointing player in the NBA last year to me was Ben Simmons. When Ben Simmons came out as a rookie, I said I would take him first overall.
Yeah.
He couldn't shoot. I was like, I see it. Give me a player to start a team with. I'll take Ben Simmons. Not Davis, not Towns.
Yeah.
Give me Ben Simmons. Bruh, his average shot distance, his first year playing. And the reason why it's so troubling though,
don't bring up stats.
bruh, This is his third. Do you realize he missed an entire season?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you have been working on your jump shot for an entire year?
We got a 76ers fan watching too.
Oh. Anyways, so how far is he gonna be able to shoot?
No, I mean the key is,
No.
that
I need details. How far can he shoot? 10 feet?
No.
12 feet?
Can I put a caveat in it?
Free throw line is 15
Please let me get a
feet.
caveat.
Please
let me get a
He
caveat.
needed a caveat for an NBA player to be able to shoot in
Yes.
his fourth season.
Yes.
Go
The NBA has
Go on.
vast resources. Okay? So what they're gonna do is they're gonna get that old team psychologist on them, and they're gonna be like, Ben, sit on the couch.
The team
Why would you-
psychologist doesn't work. Ask Markelle Fultz. Next. Doesn't work. I don't
Tell
want to
them
hear
that's why you said that.
Markelle Fultz is the only basketball player I've ever heard of in my life who forgot how to shoot a jump shot. I've never. It's the most strange, dude. I need a 30 for 30.
Exactly.
What if I told you a 45% 3-point shooter in college forgot how to shoot a basketball? That's number one pick. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Well,
It's like the quarterback who forgot how to throw the ball. Dog. Like, he literally throws the ball like this now. He drops back and it's underhand pass. He shoots off to the... I can't explain it. So, former 76er now.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Buckets. He's on the Miami Heat now. This was out of left field to me. I didn't see this one coming.
me neither.
So what do you think about that? How is that gonna play out? Do you think you think the Heat are gonna go to the playoffs now?
No.
You know-
He's trying to be the new Dwayne Wade, and he's not going to get that adulation. He's not going to get that much love, of course, like everyone's saying. But he's going to be he's going to have the green light. I'll tell you that.
I mean, he's not self-aware either, man. Like, he thinks very highly of himself. Like,
All these players are pairing up.
no, it's not the pairing up. Is that he's been in good basketball situations, and his teams are not close. The Bulls was he had pretty good cast around him.
So you don't say the 76ers were close? That's pretty close. A lucky shot away.
Second round. All right.
A
This
lucky
is
shot away.
this is the thing though. When people say that,
Pretty close.
all right. But when you watched it, whose supporting cast do you think was better, Jimmy's or Kawhi's? If you switch teams, if Jimmy was on Toronto
Last year.
and Kawhi was on the 76ers, whose supporting cast do you think was better?
I want 76ers supporting cast.
Okay.
All day.
Okay, now that's my first question. All right, so that's
I
first.
know you set me
that's
up. Go ahead and
first-
set me up, Skill.
Right. All right. Now, second softball. All
Yes,
right. Second one.
Mm-hmm.
At what point in that series did it ever look like Jimmy was on the same level,
And Keith say, don't say nothing crazy about the 76ers.
same level as Kawhi? Did Jimmy at any point look like he was on the same level as Kawhi?
Maybe the same
They're the same
stratosphere.
size. The same size. They both play basketball.
What's that other thing that surrounds the Earth? Stratosphere, hemisphere.
Circumference, same area.
No, I'm talking about the spheres. The spheres. No,
Hemisphere?
no,
No.
sir.
All right.
No,
so
sir. No,
so all right. Also, okay. So there's that, but
Mhm.
the Bulls was a good situation.
Mhm.
Timberwolves was a good situation. Like Wiggins. I don't like Wiggins. Okay, fine, not that great.
I don't like
But
that.
man, Teague, Towns, Gibson, Rose off the bench.
Mhm.
That team was. I get it. They weren't gonna pay you, but like, he just thinks highly of himself, man.
Yeah.
Like he thinks he's, and then he really thinks he's gonna be the guy that's not gonna pair up with it. Like you said,
Yeah.
so back, oh, you the one that's not gonna pair
Mhm.
up with anybody. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, he's wanting the same thing that Kyrie wanted, and he's gotten it. He's got the green light.
But
That's his team.
But Kyrie is self-aware enough to know I need to pair up with the best player in the world. Baby.
But before last year, we were thinking that he had pieces, but we were thinking that was going to be his team. We're we lying. Sheesh. LeBron, let me call you to apologize.
Right.
Some stuff.
Right.
But hey, check this out though. I forgot, man. I really want to know your opinion on this, man.
Yeah.
We talked about we went ahead and talked about Kyrie. What do you on the Nets? What's your opinion of them? Like, what do you think about Kyrie on the Nets? Independently of Durant, we're not considering Durant.
I like the idea that he's a free agent, which I respect the fact that it's the first time that these players can finally choose where they want to play, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
I have no issue with KD going to Nets. With Kawhi can go wherever he wants to go. I think it's an amazing thing where you can choose where you want to play basketball. By the way, I get why Jimmy wants to go play in South Beach.
Of course.
Of course. I would go play there too. Like, you know what I mean?
Without a doubt.
So,
Without a doubt.
but as far as him being on the Nets, I think that he should be careful what he wishes for. It reminds me of a situation he was just in. A lot of good young players that I have to mentor. Me being by myself as the leader, I mean, maybe he's learned from his experience. I don't know. But as far as they essentially only replaced Russell with Kyrie.
Yeah.
So I got them as about being the same team. Although I do like their young play. I like their team. And then Kevin Durant comes back in year and a half. I already told you that.
Yeah. You mean
Achilles?
Let's be real. You mean 2 years, right?
2 years.
But he's gonna try to come back because he's got thin skin. So he's gonna come back ASAP. You know that, right?
I mean,
you know that, right?
The thing about it, I don't personally see championships in the future. The way I look at it is, I seen Kevin Durant play with Westbrook, okay?
Yeah.
And they had a great team surrounding them. Like, say what you want, but they had Steven Adams, Cantor, Serge, Cephalosha, Roberson, Waiters. That's like a squad. They had Reggie Jackson, and that was when they were younger. That was pre Kevin Durant's foot breaking. Yeah. That was pre Achilles tear. Sure. Westbrook, you love him, hate him. I think he's better than Kyrie Irving is. Yeah, so
I give you that.
I don't. And he's
a better closer.
No. I'd rather have Kyrie if a fourth quarter of a game. Okay. But over the course of a season, if I have to have one of the two, I'll take Russ. But I'm saying that, and then he's come back from Achilles. I don't see championships in their future. I think I've already told you that Achilles scares me. So with that being said, let's transition to this. The Knicks apparently did not offer Kevin Durant a contract because they were worried about his injury. What say you? Are you feel bad for Knicks fans? Okay with the decision? Questioning? How do you feel about that?
The streets are acting bad. They're acting bad. They're acting like they're not too hurt. I mean, you got the Stephen A. Smiths of the world. You got the what's that comedian, the white comedian that comes on First Take and Undisputed and all that. I can't remember the dude.
Michael.
Yeah.
Rappaport.
Exactly. You got people like that who are extremely angry and, think that, everything, Dolan should be burnt at the stake and, everyone should just be, exiled. But I can't agree with that. But, however, I think that what they did was that move to say that they wouldn't have offered him a max contract. I think that this is what they were doing. They were in the mall. They were a little teenager in the mall. And they were like, hey, Ryan, you see that girl right there? She looks good. He was like, you can't get that. And I was like, well, she look all right. I mean, I don't really want it, but shoot, I'll holler at her if you want me to. You want me to holler at her?
Yeah.
You want me to holler at her?
Get her.
All right. What's up, little mom? What the better said? Ew. I can't get your number. And this is not how I would holler at a female, just letting you know. But however, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? And they went ahead and said, oh, she ain't give me a number, but, and you like, shoot, you ain't want that, you ain't want to radio, man.
face. Like,
So you good. You
So
good. You
it's
saved
like-
all your face. You
so,
ain't gonna pick up your face.
so
on the
you
floor.
saving face by saying like I was gonna get rejected anyways, but I ain't really want the number anyways.
Exactly.
So I wasn't even
Exactly.
trying.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because
So-
they knew that there was a hint. They knew how temperamental and
So-
how thin-skinned KD is, so they knew that nothing was certain. As well as they probably heard grumblings of Kyrie signing before he signed. So they were thinking, let's go ahead and release a statement to make sure
You
that we
wanna-
save face.
You want to know?
That's what I'm thinking.
You want to know the thing with the Knicks?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I think they should have signed Kevin Durant,
Mm-hmm.
but that's because they've been selling their fans this false hope for 2.5, 3 years. You remember on their, I don't know if you saw it, but on their site when they were saying season tickets 1920, they had the image of Kevin Durant in the Warriors jersey guarding the Knicks player,
Oh, okay.
and the league made them take it down.
Oh, wow. I didn't think about that. I didn't
Yeah,
think about that.
it was an image of
Just
so
to inspire you.
it's like
Inspired thought.
it's like of any picture to put on season tickets package, you have the Knicks player being guarded by Kevin
Wow.
Durant, like the 1-on-1 guarding him as if he's coming. But that's the only reason why I think they should have signed him.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think it's sound logic to not sign a player off a torn Achilles. Like
Yeah, most definitely.
I wouldn't sign him not to a max contract, anyways. But
I would have if I was the Knicks.
But
you gotta plunge on whatever you do. Like
But-
you can't be fake about what you're doing. You gotta just be out there.
But my issue is not with Kevin Durant, not with Kyrie, not with Kawhi.
Mhm.
They had Porzingis and they traded him, man. Like
They thought they were giving
17
KD, man. Chill out.
And like I understand he wanted out, man. But man, look, the same thing the Spurs should have did with Kawhi, man. You don't want to play, then you gonna sit down, man. You just
Yeah.
I'm not like you.
But
these
see-
players are hard to come by.
But the thing about it is, though, is I think that Mark Cuban got in his head and offered him some astronomical feat. Because you know how they do. You know, Yao
What's
Ming,
it-
Jeremy Lin, you know what I mean? Like, they always
What's
do
that?
that.
Man,
always
they
do that.
traded for your favorite,
They always
man.
do that.
Draft pick, man.
Yeah, true,
Draft pick.
true.
Some ninth grader is who they traded for. Some ninth.
But what I'm
some
saying
ninth
is
grader.
there was something else in that situation. Like Dolan just didn't just give up Porzingis. Like Porzingis has had it all. You know what I mean? He's got size. He's got stats. He's not articulate, but you know what I mean. He's good. You know what I mean? Like, he's good, and he's got the draw. You know what I mean? I think that they wanted to do the Nowinski thing, and maybe the league perhaps wanted to do the Nowinski thing too. So they were like, yeah, we're going to make sure this happens. So put it this way. What I'm saying, I know I'm talking in a circle, but I think that Dolan didn't just let him go all willy nilly. I'm just going to give him credit. I'm sorry. I'm trying to give him credit. He just didn't let him go all willy nilly.
But his plan didn't work though. He didn't.
It didn't. But
For Julius Randle, like is that what you is it like for real?
But a lot of the fans aren't mad. I know that a lot of fans are probably doing what Dolan did in the press release.
What a lot of these teams don't do, which I don't understand, is I mean,
I wanted Julius Randle. I wanted Julius Randle real bad. I wanted to keep him.
like I actually like Julius Randle.
I think Julius Randle. You remember when he was coming out? I was like, yeah, Julius Randle.
I think what's interesting is a lot of these teams they like don't have patience anymore, is because what they forget is prior to Kevin Durant being Kevin Durant or Kyrie being Kyrie, they were a high draft pick.
Yeah.
And they let them play their first year, their second year, third year, and then they got good. Like it's such a microwave sort of thing now. I don't get it. Like they drafted R.J. Barrett, number 3 overall.
Yeah.
They have Smith Jr. as the point guard. He's a top 6 pick. Kevin Knox last year, the number 9 pick. Let them play. Like you can't say someone's not good because wait. So because he's 19 and he wasn't good as a teenager in a man's league playing against LeBron and Kevin Durant, like he's not good.
Yeah.
Playing against Kawhi, Kevin Durant, and LeBron and Paul George and Jimmy Butler, say he's not good.
I'm just
like
trying to give him some credit, man. I just
look,
think there was something to
I think
that. Like,
I think the Knicks just slow play it. Just see if your players that you drafted are good. Something the Lakers didn't have time to do.
Cuban
We
just
don't have
saw him
time
as
to
a
see.
cash cow.
So-
the league saw him as a cash cow, and they were like, "Yo, let's get him over there." I just think that. I think Dolan got a bonus or something like that. There was some politics in that.
So that being said, favorite move in free agency.
Kawhi to the Lakers.
if it happens, but current moves that have happened.
Wow. I like Jimmy. I like Al Horford.
You like Al Horford?
I like Al Horford. That's the biggest move because, like I told you, I just got to bring up that same argument. Like I think their biggest Achilles heel besides Ben Simmons is
Joel Embiid. He's injured and sickly.
Exactly.
So,
So that neutralizes that.
Guaranteed. Right.
Yeah, I got a big man.
Which is a solid play.
Hey, remember the coach would have said instead of the coach prying, because you know how managers do. I don't know if y'all have ever had a job where the manager's like, well, of course everyone's had a job like this. The manager says, "A manager, or boss or CEO, hey bro, I'm sick. I'm not gonna be able to come into work." Yeah. Oh, okay. How much time you need? You need all day? You can't come in for a few hours? Okay. How you know you're gonna be sick? And then if you go with the next day thing, they're like, hey, just call me tomorrow and let's make sure you're not sick tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna pry, but guess what? If he had Al Horford, he'd be like, hey, coach, I'm sick. You sure? Yeah, coach, I'm sick. All right, bye. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we had Al Horford. So I love that move. That's the key move that I think, because going to my next point, like I have them pretty high in my power rankings, to be honest with you. I'm kind of on a different tangent than you. I have them pretty high in my power rankings. But so, do you agree with that or disagree?
As far as a favorite move, my favorite move, I think I like. Favorite move of free agency. Best fit. You wanna know what? I kind of do like Kevin Durant going to the Nets. I do. I just like trying something. I like reshaping the league. Like, let's make more competitive teams.
See, that's the most blockbuster trade up until this point. But I mean, a blockbuster signing up to this point. But I'm just saying, as far as strategy wise, I'm going with that's my favorite move. That's the most blockbuster trade. But as far as strategy,
Let me
tell me what's your favorite move strategy wise. What's going to work?
Bucks, Sixers, Raptors, Celtics, Nets, Jazz, Portland. I guess my favorite move, other than that, I would say that I'm excited for Kemba to go to Boston, because I think people think that Kyrie is leaps and bounds better than Kemba. I think Kemba is going to show people that he's pretty darn good. He's really good. He's been on a team where Jeremy Lamb was the second best player last year. Like, no disrespect, but like y'all was cool together in college, but like this ain't that. So
Jeremy Lin for a little while.
And Jeremy Lin was his second best player. Like,
Jeremy Lin was the second best player for a little while.
Like, you know what I mean? Like Kemba's gonna be nice on the Celtics, man. Like, don't sleep on him.
You've seen it. Like, seeing them play in person, I know that you see it on film. I mean, you see it on film or see it on TV, but seeing him in person, it's like, who is that little fella going past everyone?
He's actually really good.
Like he goes,
when you watch him, you can tell he's really good.
His quickness, his control over the ball, like his handle, his jump shooting ability, like he can stop and pop at any point. Like he can literally stop and pop at any point. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he's great. I'm not great. I'm going to say yet, but he's going to the Hall of Fame.
Oh
yeah, that's a big one, huh? That's a big one.
Wow.
Kemba Walker will go to the Hall of Fame.
Wow, that's a mouthful. Wow.
Well, you said that's your favorite trade, so I
did say he was going to the Hall of Fame.
I said, what's your favorite move as far as success and or strategy? Or I didn't mean to say that, but that's what I meant. And you said Kemba, so that means it's going to work.
But I didn't say he was Hall of Fame though. He's only been to the playoffs twice.
That's just the beginning.
Just the beginning. All right, worst move of free agency.
Worst move. No one at least offering Boogie Cousins.
Ooh, sneaky good. I didn't have that.
This point.
I didn't have that.
Because you can at least offer them, man. But the thing about it is in their defense, and you advise me that he just fired his agent.
Yeah, he fired his agent.
But what I was saying is if you're Boogie Cousins and Boogie Cousins' presumed agent, and you're coming to sit down with a team who invites you to, say the Lakers invite you, and we got 5 more days of free agency, correct? All right.
No, it's not 5 more days. It just lasts. It just it just starts. It doesn't end.
Well, I mean the last day of the free agency is known as
free agency doesn't end. It just starts.
Yeah, but I'm saying the first few days of free agency are considered free agency period, and that's the first 7 days. First 8 days. That's why LeBron was considered the 11th hour free agency.
Well, technically, but
yeah,
you can sign players for the entire season.
Oh, of course. You can sign people, for your team in playoffs. Yeah, but So damn, what was I saying? You
were saying the worst move.
Oh yeah. So I'm saying that someone could at least
sign Cousins,
but at the same time, I think that they're trying to lowball him because they know his attitude and they know he's recovering from injury and he's disposable at this point. He won't be disposable if the Lakers don't get Kawhi. But, however, he's disposable at this point. So they're waiting for every team involved. Raptors are waiting. Clippers are waiting. Lakers are waiting. Hell, Knicks are waiting. They're waiting. Well, they don't have no money left, so never mind. But they can get a guy for veteran minimum right at this point, right? They got a little bit of money left, right?
Yeah, they
got a little money. So what I'm saying is that they're trying to lowball them. So no one's trying to come through with a legitimate offer right now, because if they come through and say, hey, sign for the veteran minimum with our ballers, because we got this guy solidified. What's up? Come with us. His agent's gonna say, hey, you mean to tell me that you want us to sign and there's 5 days left in the primary free agency period? No. They're gonna come to them later. They're gonna come to them around day 7 or 8 with a low ball contract, and they're not gonna be able to argue with it because it's their last option. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What do you think about that?
I just hope he ends up on the Lakers.
Exactly.
I just hope he ends up on the Lakers. I don't
for a good price.
I don't understand how his stock has fallen. So the dude put up historical numbers though. Like I don't understand.
He's really slow now. He's really slow.
You say he's slow, but this is in the same. I don't understand how there's a gap between him. He's an all-star player who tore his Achilles, who came back to try to help his team win, and he's only worth the minimum. True. And he has no previous injury history. Kevin Durant is 7 feet tall, broke his foot, missed an entire season, then tore his Achilles, and people willing to give him $221 million?
Did you see those 11 minutes?
How was that? So, Boogie scored 10 straight points in the second quarter of Game 5. He went on a 10-0-1. Did you see Boogie score 10 straight points?
Did you see those 11 minutes? I'm just gonna keep coming back with that.
Did you see those 11 minutes? I saw him be injured, miss 6 weeks, play 5 minutes, and tear his Achilles. That's what I saw. Yeah. I saw Boogie tear his Achilles, tear his quad, come back, play the entire finals. That is what I saw.
Speaking of which, we got another player. We're talking about injury. He goes on Charlamagne the God show and pillow talks a bit. He goes ahead and says that
the same thing happened to him.
His bone scratch was really a fracture, and basically, hey, if y'all lying about him, if y'all lying about me, y'all probably lying about him. Next minute, he's out.
So, I think that he did that because the Warriors had already told him that he's getting ready to. I think they let him know that if Kevin Durant leaves, which they probably will, we're going to have to look at a signing trade. Only way that it'll work under the cap is if we trade your $17 million contract. So, I think that's why he was pillow talking. So I think that's what happened here. He already knew. So that's
I'm going
radio.
He
said Charlamagne.
Right. You are right.
I'm letting out all the teams.
Because being real with you, I probably wouldn't even go on Charlamagne the God because it makes you comfortable. You know what I mean?
The number one thing that they say when something about being on a podcast, being in the booth, they say You get real comfortable because it's a comfortable environment. It's just
Exactly.
you, maybe 2 other people. Y'all on headsets. Y'all
Exactly.
chilling. Y'all sitting there. All of a sudden, you get comfortable. You might curse. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like it's like
Exactly.
we real comfortable because it's not like a TV
Remember
camera.
KD? Come on. You know y'all ain't gonna win.
Right,
Y'all
right.
Y'all aren't good. Y'all aren't that
Y'all
good.
not good.
But no, we in the top echelon of the team.
He's
No,
like, bro,
no.
y'all not good. So my worst move of free agency goes to the Bucks for being cheap. They let Malcolm Brogdon go to the Pacers for no other reason than being cheap. They have his rights. They could have matched his contract. They chose not to.
There's a lot of bad moves. Come to think about it. Jordan.
That's the worst move because they were on the precipice of being the number 1 team in
You
basketball.
want to keep it exactly the same or better? Like I was thinking that everyone was just going to get re-signed.
I was thinking worst case scenario for the Bucks is they just don't add any. They don't add any players to last year's team.
Exactly.
Which is not ideal because everyone else is getting better.
Exactly.
But
At least stay the same.
And
At
in
least
division
stay the same.
rival.
Exactly.
But in division rival though, Pacers are in the same. I know NBA we don't care about divisions, but they are in the same division, the Central Division.
Exactly.
You let them go there for real?
Yeah.
Whatever, man. I guess.
Tell the audience about Mirotic.
Mirotic would have been a highly coveted free agent. He was on the Bucks. He's actually on the Pelicans.
Pelicans,
too.
yeah.
He was on the Pelicans previously with Anthony Davis and Cousins, that team that swept the Portland previous year. He was really good. But he opted to go back to Europe. He's from Europe. He decided that he wants to go home.
Another loss.
I guess what they say, home is where the heart is.
Exactly.
So I guess is what he chose to do. So that is that.
So the Bucks got worse, but I'm keeping them as number 1 on my power rankings.
All right, so let's go through the power rankings. Let's go East first.
All right. Number 1, I got the Bucks. Who you got?
I got it like this. Number 1 seed, I still got the Bucks.
That's all to me. Number 2, who you got?
Let's say if Kawhi stays,
Uh-huh.
I got Toronto too.
All right. So if Kawhi leaves and comes over to the West Coast,
I imagine I would still at least have Toronto in my top 5.
okay.
I probably would drop him from 2 to 5, I guess. Probably.
So, all right. So I have the 76ers number 2 simply because of, I'm going to mention that thing again. I'm not going to mention it again. Well, for you just tuning in, Al Horford on the 76ers, that goes ahead and covers up for for Joel Embiid's ill-fated
Injuries
and injury prone, and hey, I'm calling out the work. All that's going to be erased because of Al
calling
Horford.
out the work a week
And they knew it. They knew that. That's why they got Al Horford, and that's ingenious. But anyway, so I got them for my number 2 seed, and I think I'm pretty confident in that. I'm pretty confident.
So I got the Sixers as my 3. I got Sixers as my 3. I got the Pacers 4.
I got the Raptors 3, and I got the Celtics 4.
Okay, solid.
So tell the people why the Pacers are going to be 4.
First of all, they were really good last year, even though Victor was out for like the last half of the year. They were still the 4th seed up until last week when the Celtics finally took over them. But they had a great offseason though. They added Brogdon, Jeremy Lamb, Warren from the Suns. They added him. Victor should become back healthy, and I think they have a really, really good squad. Okay. So I got them 4, and then I got the Nets 5, and the Celtics are 6. Yeah. Who you got? You got the Nets 5.
Nets 5.
Hey,
Nets 5.
we on it. We on it.
Yeah. Can't argue with that.
Can't argue with that. What about the West?
This was a hard one, man. This was a hard one. I'm not going to be like all the pundits and put Utah up at the top, but they're going to be pretty darn near close. But I'm going to say the Lakers, if they solidify Kawhi. Man, I'm going to say the Lakers. I'm going to pick with my heart and say the Lakers regardless.
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
Keep in mind that LeBron hasn't played in 5? When's the last time he played
Exactly.
That boy gonna be healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
That boy gonna be healthy.
And he's never gotten this type of rest. Never had this type of summer. You know what I mean? All he doing is shooting movies and chilling.
Hey,
Or writing movies and shooting movies and producing
we
stuff.
call it Space Jam 2 and chill.
Exactly.
Space Jam 2
nice.
and
Hey,
chill.
bring back the pauses.
Space-
Give you the pauses on that one.
Space
I like
Jam
that.
2 and
I like
chill.
that one. I like that one.
Chill.
So yeah, I'll give you that all day. Like who's your two?
So
Who's your one? Excuse me. Who's your
I
one?
got the Lakers one.
Oh, okay, all right. Who's your two?
If they get Kawhi,
Mm-hmm.
then it is what it is.
Okay.
Never lost. If not, then unfortunately we just have a healthy LeBron James and
Exactly.
healthy Anthony Davis and someone named Kuz. Whatever.
Kuz.
I got two. I got the same 2 seeds last year. Denver Nuggets. I got them.
I got a question for you. My bad.
Yeah.
Is that why you're giving props to Rob Pelinka?
For what?
Because he retained Kuzma?
Um,
Is that the main reason, or what's the main
I
reason?
give props to Rob Pelinka because there's been a lot of slander on his name as far as not backstabber, this and that.
Yeah.
But whatever you say about him, Magic validated him, for instance, saying, like, has anybody seen Rob by Magic's comments, because Magic acknowledged that the job's not important to him. Like, I don't know if anyone missed that.
Yeah.
He said,
Bro, I make money.
he said,
this, that, and the
he
other.
literally went on national TV and says, it costs me to show up to work here. Like, if someone says that, that lets me know, like, if you have, like, a part-time job and say, why is it you act like you don't care? Well, bruh, like, I make more at my other job.
Y'all only
like,
pay me $9 an hour.
you don't think $9 an hour, dog. Like,
So,
dog,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
dog, if I show up, I show up. If I don't, he said, I'm gonna be at where I be
I just
at.
like working here.
I just like working here.
But y'all don't pay me to be here.
This is kind of like my social hours.
Exactly,
Like, you know what I mean?
exactly.
Like, y'all are cool people, but like, I don't make no money here. Like,
Yeah.
so.
But
and-
what did he mean? I just want to ask. I'm sorry to switch the subject, but I just really want to know this. What did he mean specifically? And this should be a 2-sentence answer now. What did he mean by backstabbing? Specifically now. Be specific.
I believe he referred to as going behind someone's back.
I mean, be specific though. Don't say someone. I want you to be specific down to the letter, down to the name.
I
as specific as you
believe.
can.
I don't know too many examples other than that one, as far as walking into the gym and being like, has anyone seen Magic? You know, like yell that out.
Yeah.
But as Jalen pointed out, Rob doesn't have to do that because it's sort of like when you on a job and you realize that Tony to your right isn't there at work, or he late all the time. Like, has anyone seen Tony? Like, bro, we all know Tony's late. His name is Late Tony. Like, you know what I mean? Like we
That is
don't.
true.
You don't have to
That is
acknowledge that. But I think it's something
That's a
like
good
that. But as far as giving him respect, he's the GM of the team. Like, and then was it's Kobe's. Man, look. It is what it is. Like, he's the GM of the team. Whether you think Clutch has something to do with it, or this guy had something to do with it. So, are you not going to give the Nets GM credit because Kyrie wanted to go to Brooklyn and brought Kevin Durant with him? Like, if that's the case, so no one just gets credit anymore. Then, so it's like my friendship. The GM has a role. Like, he has.
Pat
a
Riley
role.
got credit for the Heat.
Huh?
Pat Riley got credit for the Heat.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't. Right, wait. Braun, Wade, and Bosh.
Yeah.
Oh, Pat Riley. He's
Pat
the
Riley, he's the
he-
king.
he-
Pat
he's
Riley,
the
Pat
king.
Riley, Pat
Like,
Riley.
like,
Yeah.
I just think that the GM deserves some credit.
True.
So, and he brought LeBron and then Anthony Davis in consecutive off seasons. Whereas, who did the Clippers bring? Patrick Beverly and Lou Williams. Who did the Knicks bring?
From Magic.
Julius Randle and Reggie Bullock.
From Magic.
Like, I'm just saying, in consecutive seasons, like,
Yeah.
I'm saying he deserves some credit.
True.
But going back to the West Power Rangers, though, I got the Lakers, Nuggets, Portland.
Okay.
I do like what Portland's been doing this offseason. The Jazz are 4. I got Rockets 5th.
Rockets 5th.
Mm-hmm.
I have the same 5. I have
Okay,
the same
okay,
5.
solid.
Most definitely.
And then I
have the same
got
5.
my boy Westbrook,
Westbrook,
6.
6. Okay.
I got the Spurs 7.
You know what? That's gonna be good. OKC's gonna be a lot better because their X Factor's back. Andre Roberson.
Actually, I can't say he's back till he's back though, because he's missed the last year and a half.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he missed.
Time flies.
He's missed a season and a half.
Yeah.
So I can't say he's back because he's missed a year and a half. That's a lot of missed the last 120 consecutive games he's missed.
Yeah.
So I can't say he's back till I see him playing a game.
Exactly.
He hasn't played in a long time.
Exactly.
But yeah, Spurs 7 and Warriors 8. That being said, that leads me to my question: Will the Warriors make the playoffs? I know it's tough.
Well, I will tell you that I expect a 7th or 8th seed.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you do think yes, they will make the playoffs?
Put it this way: they're not going to make the playoffs until the last couple weeks of the season.
So yes, they will make the playoffs. I know I gotta bring it out. Bring it out.
Okay.
So they will make the playoffs.
They'll make the playoffs, but it's going to be a by the head of change.
Hey, the West is very, very tough and competitive. But the reason why I got them in the playoffs, I was highly impressed with them during the postseason when Kevin Durant wasn't playing. The thing with them, and I gotta give them credit, and I'm still not sure how we will see this year how good Kerr is as a coach, because I'm not sure. Talk about now maybe you feel about not wanting to give Rob credit. I feel that way about not wanting to give Kerr a whole.
It wasn't his decision to go ahead and pull Draymond off the bench.
This is the thing with that.
That was his decision, or was that Mark's decision?
No.
Because Mark didn't want him to play, right?
David Lee got hurt. David Lee was an all-star. So he started Draymond Green, and then Lee got back healthy, and he left Lee on the bench.
Yeah, okay.
That's what happened.
Okay.
So it wasn't like this thing where like, oh, I can't believe he has Draymond sitting on the bench. No, Lee got hurt.
He's just falling into stuff.
Yeah, he fell into that, and then he turned out to be good.
And then he fell into Kevin Durant.
Yeah, but he
fell into 2 best shooters in the league. Fell in the best roster in the league from Mark Jackson. I was actually, honestly, you can't argue that with me very well, because I was thinking I was going to exactly counter that with Steve Kerr's going to get them boy right. But
the thing about it is, and the thing about it is, it's funny because people say, oh, you know how Shannon said, oh, I could coach the Warriors, they'd be good.
Yeah.
We have evidence though. Mike Brown coached the Warriors, they went 10-0. Luke Walton coached the Warriors. Yeah. They went 39-4. So I'm like, man, how good is Kerr as a coach, man?
Exactly.
Like
Very
they have a higher win percentage coaching your team than you. So,
Exactly.
So, yeah, but I got the Warriors in. So we are about ready to close it out.
Yes, sir.
But we got closed out on this note. Most of the free agents have signed. We got one last.
Let's go ahead and list the free agents that are still available. DeMarcus Cousins.
I hope that the Lakers sign him regardless of where the fun guy chooses. I'm all in on Cousins. Okay. Either for the mid-level, which is about 4.8, 4.9, or the men. Oh, I'm all in for the men because then he's kind of your cap. Exactly. That's like free. It's like sign up for free.
So next we got Marcus Morris, a stretch 4.
If we don't sign Kiwi.
All this is contingent on Kiwi.
Bruh, dude, you realize none of these players have signed because he hasn't. Because it determines. Because they know Morris is like, man, I can go to the Lakers or Clippers depending on.
It's going to be a mad scramble to get on the phones or get on Instagram. However they're communicating, it's going to be a mad scramble right after. Either the Lakers are going to be scrambling, the Nets are going to be scrambling, the Knicks are going to be scrambling. Knicks are going to be scrambling regardless. But they're already done. Honestly, the Knicks are scrambling less than everyone. Because they have
Knicks have already signed 6 players. And they have weird signings. That's another day, Knicks fans, but y'all did like some weird, like they signed
Blue Magic.
Signed 2 shooters and like they signed 4 power forwards.
They did what the Lakers did last year.
It's almost like they did the Mozgov Luau Ding thing kind of.
Very true.
Like,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that all day. I'll give you that.
But I would be cool with Morris.
Okay. Danny
Green.
Green.
I'm good with that. I feel like Green's waiting on Kawhi to make his choice, and I feel like he's probably going to be a tandem.
Yeah.
He goes to the Clippers, I think he'll go there. Goes to Lakers, think he'll go there.
I have a question for
if
you.
he resigns with Toronto, I think he'll go there.
I'm wondering, do you think that Danny Green, I mean, I'm sure that it would have gotten out by now, but do you think Danny Green has declined any offers?
I don't think he's declined offers. I think he hasn't signed offers.
So you think that he's entertaining a bunch of offers, right? Or contingent offers right now?
Yes, absolutely.
Contingent offers? Or offers?
I think he has, like, we got papers in front of us. I think he has papers.
They got one contract and then 2 contracts.
No, I think he has like 4 sitting there.
No, I'm talking about like one team has 2 contracts.
Yeah.
Hey, this one. Kiwi, this one.
This is this like if Kawhi comes, minimum. If he don't come, this is what we're
Like
getting.
if Golden State wins the championship, we got these shirts.
Right.
If the Raptors win the championship, we got these shirts.
Yeah, so you know how they do like the commercials?
Yeah.
The Warriors got shirts.
Just
and
won the championship.
Right? How did they know that?
Y'all got both of them commercials ready.
How did the newspaper already put out the article?
Exactly.
Bro?
USA Today has Kawhi
So-
Leonard on the front page.
That
Right
being
underneath
said, so with that being said, who else do you got for us?
we got Mark Stein. We got.
He's just talking about where players might sign.
Oh shoot! We got Jamaica Green. You think him?
Skip.
Yeah.
No.
Jabari Parker.
You know that is my boy.
Come on now! I know you love Jabari.
Look, I'm a Duke fanatic.
Of course.
Of any Duke freshman I've seen, all these one and dones, the best Duke freshman I saw in the last 6 years still is Jabari Parker, and I will not give up on him. He tore up his knee twice. What keeps him down is he had the quote last offseason where he said, quote, "We don't gotta play defense because everybody gets scored on."
Yeah.
So he said, "You don't care about defense." He said, "Oh, like a common knock on you is you're not gonna defense." Like nobody in the league plays defense. That's what he said.
Yeah.
So that keeps him down a little bit. But I'm all in on Jabari Parker too. He's a very good player. Kelly Oubre, he's a classic contract year. I'm a play well player. And he doesn't, he's young. He's cool, but he doesn't shoot. He doesn't serve a purpose for us. Like a slasher, we need something that can shoot.
John Wright. Grizzlies. Well, you speak of Grizzlies. What you say about that?
He's a point guard that can't shoot. We just had Lonzo. I'm cool on that, bro. I'm cool.
Another point guard who's trying to perfect his shot in year 15 or something like that. Rondo's been playing how long?
No, the thing with Rondo is Rondo shot 36% from three last year.
Wow.
This needs to be. He had that one game though. Oh my God. He forgot it's called open for a reason, where he shot 9 threes in that first quarter. And I was like, bro, just keep swinging the ball. I was like, bro, you open, stop shooting. Like, there's a difference. Now, 36% is not all the same, you know? Like, 36% on like 3 threes per game is like you hit 1 out of 3 for the game.
Exactly.
That don't mean shoot 9 in the first 7 minutes of the game because you open.
Exactly.
Like, you open for a reason. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
But I think, but my predictions for the Lakers. I was thinking
No, we got, so what do you think about, where do you think Rondo's going? Oh, that's what you're answering.
Yeah, I'm going to answer.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I believe that Rondo will re-sign with the Lakers. I believe that that's going to be one of their point guards. And I'm in on Rondo. As long as he's only playing like half of the game, 20 or 24 minutes, I think that we're in a good
Breaking news.
spot, in a good light.
There will be no Kawhi decision tonight, so you can go to bed. They said, his camp says that there will be no decision for a few days. So he will be enjoying his holiday. He'll be enjoying July 4th and most likely the 5th. So we may not get a verdict until the 6th, 7th, or 8th, like LeBron. So My bad, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No.
that was breaking news. That's what everyone's
No,
waiting on.
it is breaking news.
I don't know
So,
if anybody's watching this.
Let me ask you this:
but
what do you think it's gonna do? First thing first, because I'm gonna tell you what I think we'll do. Do you think Kawhi? Where do you think Kawhi will sign?
oh man, you asked me this last show. I told you don't ask me.
Yeah, but it's new information though. Like it's very
Alright.
fluid situation.
So put it this way: I'm just gonna tell you my thoughts, lay it out there, and then I'm gonna figure out as I go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm thinking that Toronto, because of a lot of reasons, you know what I mean? Like a lot of reasons. One thing, Tiffany's keeps going ahead and nailing this coffin closed. Hey, Kawhi has a whole team behind him, and
he has a whole country behind
I'm a
him.
whole country behind him, and he doesn't just have a borough or just a state or just a city.
I'm sorry, is that your interpretation of her voice? Is that like an impersonation? like that
Well,
like?
yeah, that's my impersonation.
Okay. So,
But yes.
so you think he's gonna stay in Toronto?
No, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take about 10 minutes for this.
Okay.
Not really, but you know.
Cool.
All right. So, I'm thinking that Toronto, because of all those things I just mentioned, like he's got Kawhi and Don. You know, I told you about my banking statements the first time I got a job.
All right, this is the thing.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
don't.
Kawhi and Don is a good thing, especially in Kawhi. Kawhi is cheap. Kawhi. Last time I checked, he drove the same car
That's
that
true.
he drove
This is the thing.
before he came in the league, bro.
This is
That's
my
crazy.
Thing. This
That's
is
outrageous.
this
You don't
is-
buy a car?
All right, hold on. This is my thing though.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't make anything of players having homes in California. I don't think it's a thing.
I didn't say that.
I don't think it's a thing that Kawhi flew out to Toronto to.
I didn't say that.
It was. I know. I'm speaking about me. He took a 6-hour flight to Canada. They're like, oh, that must mean he's re-signing, bruh. And as far as, and I'm saying this, the bringing the Kawhi and Dime, great perks, awesome perks.
Yeah.
Dot. For us common people.
No.
But no, wait,
No, you
I
gotta say that.
understand.
You gotta say
Man,
that.
look,
Mm-hmm.
I have $200 million. I'm not letting free food in Charleston dictate me staying in Charleston when I grew up a Kobe fan. Look, I'm just giving you this. I grew up a Kobe fan. I love Kobe. I have an opportunity to go to Los Angeles. But my main reason for staying and playing in Charlotte is because I get free food at Jordan's restaurants though. Like, bro, like I'm rich. Like I can get the food flown. Like I can get a sponsor. Like I'm pretty sure if I walk into Charlotte and say, hey, I would like to eat here, they'll give it to me for free.
True.
Whether
You're right.
I'm just saying
That doesn't.
it's like rich people problems. Like it's not. I don't like. Oh, he flew to camp. Yeah, he's rich. Like kind of like whatever.
Well, the thing about it is that
Take a flight.
that's just icing on the. That's just icing. That's just a little positive. You know what I mean? So, but what the main thing is, he's got a bunch of fans clamoring him, and well, honestly, that's the reason why he wouldn't want to go. So that's why I'm thinking that, and I'm talking about both sides of my head now. You know what I mean? So both sides of my mouth or neck. So what I'm saying is that that's the reason why he would want to go, and the reason why he wouldn't want to go, because if you've noticed that Uncle Dennis. We got Uncle Dennis. Uncle Dennis. Yeah, Uncle Dennis. That's a picture of Uncle Dennis. If y'all never saw, if y'all don't take anything from this show, Uncle Dennis. All right. So what Uncle Dennis and his camp said is Kyrie wants the most silence. He wants this to stay under wraps. He doesn't want any leaks. Anything that you say, if I tell you something, nobody better hear that. Nobody want to hear that again. You know what I mean? Nobody would hear this but us. Or else. Or it's your neck. You're gonna have to go get on the phones and sign all these players, you know what I mean? Including Mark Stein. Just joking. But so what I mean is that you have, I'm in and out on Toronto, but I'm in because Toronto's where he's at, and and that's the best thing for his legacy. I think that's one of the best moves for his legacy.
I don't
But-
about this legacy thing.
But see, the thing about it is that makes him look. Do you know how much adoration that Kevin Durant lost when he went from OKC to Golden State? Yeah, he won championship and he won MVPs both years.
Those are totally different situations.
But it's a weak move. What I'm saying, it's a weak move. I'm just putting it out there.
For Kawhi to leave to go to Lakers.
Go to Lakers. Yes, it's a weak move. It's a weak move because it's going with LeBron. You're competing against LeBron. You need to keep competing against LeBron.
Those old heads. That's fine.
Dog.
That's
Yes.
fine.
Well, you know that. You knew that already, though. You knew that.
About this legacy thing that everyone talks about.
I know his legacy solidified. I know. Tell me.
No, it's not even that. Like, how, like, you think he's capable of catching Jordan? Like, this legacy thing, do you think he can do something to catch Jordan? Like, what is the legacy? Because to me, the only legacy there is, you either trying to be the number one all time or else you just fall in line with everyone else, the Kobe's, the Kareems, the Magics, the Birds. Like, what is the legacy that you're referring to?
Just understand
what's the legacy you're referring to?
that
Jordan?
I know for a fact that Kawhi is the biggest variable that I've ever heard of in the league. I don't know what makes him tick. I don't know what keeps him from ticking. All I know is he wants privacy. So with that being said, Lakers are not where you want to be if you want privacy. But however, that's his favorite team. So I'm just talking in circles. But I'm thinking that
I'm asking you. What's the legacy that you're referring to? That's my question to you.
Putting championships on top of championships. That's what I'm thinking. That's
so
the
why wouldn't he do that with the Lakers though?
Because it's tainted when you got the Lakers. You got
Why
LeBron
is it
James.
tainted? Why is it tainted though? He has two.
Because you joined up
more.
You joined up with the best.
He's
the
not-
best player.
When he
in the
goes
game.
back to Toronto, he's not going to win any more rings with Toronto. I guarantee it. I'll go on record right now. No more rings.
Say it
There's
one more
no
time.
more Kyle
Say it to the people in
Lowry.
the back.
There's no more Kyle Lowry magic. There's no more Marc Gasol magic. That's not Serge Ibaka magic. There's no more Danny Green. Like, that was your team for that time. Do you remember? This reminds me of a situation just happened. The Mavs. Do you remember the Mavs beat the Heat and they brought them same players back?
Yeah.
They did it. I could have told you then, you're not going to win it again. Like, that's lightning in a bottle. The best player in the league, Dirk at that time, the same situation, knocked out all the top players in the league. Nice supporting cast. But that support, 39-year-old Jason Kidd, 35-year-old Tyson Chandler. He was old then, he's still old now. You know what I mean?
Get the championship on my phone.
Jason Terry, Cuzzo, shout out. You know what I mean? Like this, like unless you think like super teams. Let's say Kawhi joins Lakers. How many championships do you think they will win? Since it's so misguided.
I would say.
To win championships, not one, championships. LeBron, tell us about that.
Not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven.
So that equals up to 2. So
two.
they're going to win 2 because that's 6. meant
Okay,
2.
so you're proving my point. So 2 extra championships with the Lakers. Do you not think that? Because, all right, think about it like this, right? Let's say who is a classic competitor. Let's see, 90s shooting guard. Let's say Penny Hardaway.
Okay.
Never gets hurt. You know, he had little penny commercials. You know, all that. He was super Grant Hill.
Grant Hill.
Even better.
Let's do Grant Hill. Yeah, the face of the league up until a point.
So let's say Grant Hill, third year, beats Jordan. He beat Jordan, okay? Let's say, who else out there? Who is the next great team? He beat Kobe and Shaq's Lakers. Next dynasty. Wop wop.
Okay.
Beat them down.
All right.
What's wrong with him joining? Why can't he join the, I don't know, Spurs with David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Ginobili, Kobe? Like, why can't, like, he already slayed the Giants. Like, Why can't he help? To me, that's an awesome story to tell. Like, you can't say, I beat LeBron. I beat the Warriors. Like, who beat LeBron? Spurs. Kawhi was Finals MVP. Who knocked out the dynasty? He ended that. Excuse me. He ended two dynasties.
True.
He ended the Heat.
True.
Broke up.
True.
LeBron's deuces.
True.
He beat the Warriors. Kevin Durant deuces.
True. You're right.
Like,
You're right.
I mean, like, nothing because he has the best story.
You're right.
Then
You're right.
how he's so raw? How is he? He went and helped Braun win a couple more championships. So
I give you that. So who do you think? All right. So my bad. I just went and talked the circles and never finished. I'm going to say that Clippers have a chance. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm all the way
on
on Clippers.
But the only reason why they would have a chance is because there's been leaks. Don't get me wrong. There's been leaks. So with that being said, Toronto leaked. Toronto leaked his. Well, I guess it was the wrong location, so that's not too bad. But
was it the wrong location?
I don't know. I don't know. I still don't know to this day.
I don't know.
But put it this way, what I'm talking about to make sure the audience knows is there was a post by Legs, and he posted that Kawhi Leonard's location of the meeting between Raptors and Kawhi, they leaked that location. So there were hundreds of people outside of this hotel waiting for him. Of course, you know, Toronto fans, obviously, Canadians, yes, yeah. So they were out there and waiting for him. So that was a leak. So that's a strike against him. But however, the only team that in this bunch that you haven't heard grumblings from is the Clippers. Probably because they ain't got nothing. But however, I haven't heard any grumblings of the Clippers except for he might be coming. You know what I mean? That's all.
I just don't see the Clippers as a fit. It just
I don't feel it.
There's no.
It's a possibility.
He would be
strong possibility, man.
I'm looking at my list here. Other than the Jazz, he would be on the only team in the Western Conference that doesn't have any All-Stars.
Wow.
On the team. Lakers have players that have made the All-Star team.
Mm-hmm.
Nuggets have players that have made the All-Star team. Portland got players that made the All-Star team. The Jazz don't.
Mm-hmm.
Rockets do. Thunder have 2 All-Stars. Rockets got 2 All-Stars. Spurs got 2 All-Stars. The Warriors got 3 All-Stars. Portland has 1. And Nuggets have 2. Lakers have 1. I just don't see it as a basketball fit.
Exactly.
I don't.
I give you that.
To play with the 6th man.
Lou Williams is nice though.
Okay.
Nice. Sweet
Okay.
Lou.
It's
Sweet
like
Lou.
Jordan wants to sign with the Bulls because they got
Steve Kerr.
Tony Kukoc. like for real. Like that's where we're at.
Yeah.
The Bulls Ron Harper version, aka Pat Beverly, real nice on defense, and Tony Kukoc. Like that's why he's gonna sign there. Okay.
I get that all day.
It doesn't make sense to me, but whatever.
Understood. So we got to give another shout out to our sponsors, Chucktown Bar and Grill.
For sure.
What is it?
2467
Savannah Highway.
Okay, man.
Yeah. But how's that, man?
Please let us know something tomorrow, Kawhi.
Please.
It's ridiculous.
He
we
told.
gotta move on, man. He gotta surprise us in the morning, man.
No, man. No.
Man, he gotta let us know something. This is,
No, man.
bro. We gotta sign something. At least sign
I do
something.
have a prediction.
What?
He won't make his prediction until the 7th or 8th. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. I can do that. But I'm gonna pick with my head. I'm gonna pick with my heart, not my head, like I always do.
Oh, the song.
What happened?
Killing me softly. That's what we should do with his words.
For real,
oh,
for real,
man.
For real, though.
I just came up with it. All right, man.
All right,
Until
then,
next
boss.
time, man.
Yes,
We'll do
sir.
it again.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good night. Like, share, enjoy free agency. Boogie.
Shout out.
Shout out. Please offer my boys something. Y'all have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all have a good night. We appreciate y'all. Like, share, follow. You know the drill. Have a good night.